saying to import data into your Power BI, the first is to go to import data from Excel. That's the first one. So we go to import data from Excel. Then when you go to import data from Excel, you have to identify where the data is on your laptop. You get it? So from you, the data is on your desktop. So you go to desktop. That is yours, right? But for me, my data is not on my desktop. My data is in my documents. Yeah, so I'll go to my documents and then I'll look for the data from my document. So once you get the data, you click on the data and then you go to open. Right. Now when you click on open, depending on the speed of your laptop, it can be fast or it can be slow, right? So it brings you to this window and then you select the most appropriate one by clicking in the box. So you click in the box, it gives you a preview. So this is how the data looks like, all right? It gives you a preview and then you go ahead and then load the data. You go ahead and then you load the data. So you give it some time and then the data loads. Okay, you give it some time and then the data loads. So mine is loading. Your laptop is faster than mine, so yours is very fast. All right, so once the data is fully loaded, you will see the data in the data panel. All right, so when you look in the data panel, you see the data. Can you see it there?
Yes.
So the data is there. All right, now let's click on this small arrow and then let's learn something small over there. So when you click on the arrow, it expands like this. Has yours expanded too? Okay. Now, when you see a name, okay, with no sign by it, all right, like the way we have for city, product, region, retailer, sales method, and state, they have got no signs in front of them. So those ones, they are strings or names or text. All right. So the ones with no signs by it, they are text. You get it? So city is a text or is a name. Okay. Then the one that has got this box with the 5 dots in it is a date.
A date.
Yes, date. Like usually this is how like a calendar looks like. So it's a date. So if you see invoice date, so it's a date. All right. Then the ones that have got this is this the
Inverted M.
inverted? That's how you call it.
I don't know.
So the ones that have got these signs by it shows that what is in there contains numbers.
Numbers.
You get it?
Okay.
So if there's no sign by it, it means what is there contains a text.
A text.
If you see the small box, it says what is there is a date. And then if you see this sign, it is what is there contains numbers.
Numbers.
You get it? Yeah, so every time just focus or just pay attention to this.
Text.
Alright. So if there's no sign, it means it contains a text or a name. If you see that small box, it means it contains date. And then when you see the Sigma sign, it means it contains numbers. So basically, these are the 3 things that you would see. These are the 3 things that you would see. Is that okay? All right. Now, at this point, we are finished with the first part, which is to import data. All right. So now, the second part is to do visualizations. So the second part is visualizations. That's the second part. The second part is where you do your visualizations. Okay, now to do a visualization, the first is to select an appropriate visual from the visualizations pan. Do you remember the visualizations pan? Okay, so you select a visual from the visualizations pan. All right, select a visual from the visualizations pan. So you select a visual, any of this. You select an appropriate one. Okay, so you select an appropriate one from the visualizations pan. Right, you select a visual from the visualizations pan. Okay, after selecting the visual from the visualizations pan, then you select data from the data pan to populate the visual. That's the second one. You select data from the data pan to populate the visual. You select data. You select data from the data pan to populate the visual. Yes. So to populate means you add data to the visual so that it becomes visible. Right. Now let's assume that we want to be able to understand, or we want to know the retailer and their sales performance of each retailer. All right. So retailer and then total sales. Okay. We want to know the retailer and the sales performance. You get it? Now we are saying that the first is to select an appropriate visual. So we need to come here first and select an appropriate visual. I get it. So let's select the second one on the first rule called the start column charts. Have you seen it? Okay, so we click on it to select it. Now, once we select a visual, they let us know how the visual looks like. Alright, so at the end of the day, this is how the visual is going to look like. Okay, so if I say populate, there's nothing in there. So we need to select data from here. Okay, so that it shows over here. Alright, now if you remember your mathematics in the in the 90s or in the 2000s, which one?
2000.
In the 2000s. So if you remember your mathematics, we had x-axis and then y-axis. Do you remember that one? Okay, let's assume that you've forgotten that one, the story problem. So now we need to now put data into the x-axis and you put some in the y-axis. So you see, at where we have the x-axis over here, so where we have the x-axis, you see under it, they say add data fields here. All right, and then at where we have the y-axis too, they say add data fields here. All right, so we need to lift one data field and then drop it here. Then we lift another one and then drop it here. If we say lift and drop, it means that when you click on it, you don't leave it. You click on it, you drag it to where the field is, and then you leave it. And then you take the second one. When you click on it, you don't leave it. You drag it to where it is, and then you leave it. I get it. So now, because we want to understand the sales performance of the retailers, okay, we will take the retailer. So we click on the retailer, all right? We click on the retailer, and like I was saying, when you click on it, you don't leave the click, and then you drag it to where we have the x-axis, okay, and then you drop it
Where?
over there. So you click. Once you click, you don't leave it.
Where should we drop it?
Yes, so now leave it.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes. Okay. And then we take the total sales. That one to the same analogy. When we click on it, we don't leave it. So we click on it, and then we take it to where we have the y axis, and then we drop it there. C'est bon? Okay, so now this is the performance for the retailers. So now we have their performance. You get it? Now, based on your visualization, then you will write a report on what you see. Descriptive analysis. All right. So as for the English writing, or let's say you are working for a French company, as for the writing, that one, I'm not the one going to show you what you write. I get the idea. So that's how it is like. Now, when you do a visualization like this, okay, you know, there are sales, all right? So you would want to know how much sales is in each of them when you are writing your report. You get me? Now, you can just take the mouse to each of them. So when you are writing for West Gear, when you take the mouse to West Gear, and then you just leave it, it gives you the total sales from just West Gear. Then you can write it down. So for West Gear, the total sales is about $242 million.
Does it show also the month or the period during what you so have this?
No, so if you want to do that one, then you need to use the invoice date and then the total sales. So this is just for the retailer. All right. And this is just for the retailer. So after we do that one, so that we get that one too. So this is the sales for the retailer. So West Gear, just take the mouse there. It gives you the figure. You can write it. When you go to the next one, you don't click on it. Just take the mouse there. All right. So try and listen. Just take the mouse there. When you take the mouse there, so it gives you the figure. When you go to the next one too, it gives you the figure. When you go to the next one too, it gives you the figure. So that is about it. All right. So based on what you are seeing, all right, and then the information that it is giving you, then you are also writing your report. C'est bon? Tu as su? Il n'y a pas de question?
No,
C'est compliqué?
no, pas trop.
It's okay. Okay. All right. So once we have done one, we can move to the next one and then also look at another performance. So like you said, you would want to know the monthly performance. You get it? You would want to know the monthly performance. So for the monthly performance,
Not the monthly performance. For example, here, that is the sum of total sales by retailer.
yes.
During which period? The period that's the period I wanted to know. Is it this one? Is it per month or per day or
No. I think this is a period of about 2 years or 3
2
years.
years? Okay,
Yes.
that's my question.
And that was your question. Oh, this is a period of about 2 years or 3 years. Yeah. All right. Now, if for instance you've done for the retailer and then you want to look at for the invoice date, right? So you want to know how much they are selling per month. You want to understand which month they are selling more, which month they are selling less. All right. Yeah. So for that one, we will try and use the line chart. Okay. So don't forget that in the procedure, the first select the visual,
Yeah, for sure.
and then you add the data to it. Right. So let's select the line chart for the second one. So that's the line chart. So it gives you how it looks like. Okay. So that's the line chart. That's the line chart. Okay.
My first one disappeared.
Ah, the first. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to tell you. My first line disappeared. Okay. Now this is how Power BI works like. So when you finish one visual and you are going to do another one, you have to unselect it. Now it's selected. So you have to select, you have to click outside it. Alright? If you don't click outside it, Power BI will think you want to change the visual. That is why you change your visual. Okay. So anytime you finish, just click outside
Outside.
it. So that you can select the next one. So this is how the line chart looks like. And we want to understand their performance. Okay. So here again, we will have the let me click on the line charts. So we have the x-axis and then the y-axis here again. All right. So in the x-axis, we will take the invoice date and then drop it in the x-axis, and then we take the total sales and then drop it in the y-axis. All right. Now, you know, every date comprises of the day, the month, and the year. Every date, all right? Day, month, and the year. So they are giving us all those four options: year, quarter, month, and then day. Okay. Now, here you have to remove the ones you don't like. All right. So it is only one that you are supposed to leave behind. All right. So if it is the month, okay, then it means you have to close the year, you have to close the quarter, and then you have to close the day, leaving the month. All right. If it is the quarter you want, it means you have to close the year, you have to close the month, and then you have to close the day. All right. So anytime you are doing something on a date, make sure that you are going to leave the one that you want to show behind. All right, and then you close the other ones. Okay. So here in this case, we want to leave the month behind and then close the other ones. You get it? So let's close but don't close invoice date. Don't close that one. So we are closing the year, we are closing quarter, and then we are closing day, and then we leave the month behind. All right.
It seems easier, but
It seems easier. No, it's easy actually. You don't think so?
maybe when I will be
Yeah,
alone.
when you do to you try, but it's much easier. All right, it's much easier. So once you have, you can write your report. All right. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September.
Goes up, goes down.
So you can be able to tell when you do your highest sales and then when you do your lowest sales, right? And when you do your highest sales and when you do your lowest. And then here again too, when you take the mouse pointer close to it, it gives you the information. So January sales, okay, February sales, March sales, April, May. So in that manner, alright, it gives you all the information that you need to be able to write.
To write it.
Yes, to write the report on it. C'est bon? It's not difficult, isn't it?
Time being is not difficult.
For the time being, it's not difficult. It's always not difficult. It's always not difficult. It's always not difficult. Okay, now, like I said, if you finish one visualization and you want to do a next one, you have to click outside it. Okay, before you select the next visualization and then you do the next visual. You get me? Okay. Now let's do another one called the pie chart. So this is the pie chart. This one, pie chart. Yeah, pie chart. So we select the pie chart, and the pie chart normally it shows proportion. So like maybe if you are doing data male and female, so it shows you male, the percentage of male, the percentage of female. That is what the pie chart actually does. You get the idea? All right. Now, in the pie chart, its details is a bit different. All right. In the pie chart, we don't have x axis and y axis in the pie chart. Okay. In the pie chart, rather, we have legend, we have values. Okay. Now, put in your mind that values will always contain numbers, and then the legend will contain the text or a date. Okay. Values will always contain numbers. Values will always contain numbers, and then the legend will contain the text or a date.
So values will always contain
Numbers.
numbers.
Yeah. Values will always contain numbers, and then the legend will contain the text or the date. It's okay. All right. So let's assume that we want to look at the percentage. We want to use the sales method. So we want to find out how many people are buying, those that come in the store, those that use our outlets, those that use online. We want to know, right, and have an idea. Okay. So like we said, the legend will contain the text. So the sales method will go into the legend, and then the total sales will go into the values, right? Yeah. So let's try that one. The sales method goes into the legend like this, and then the total sales comes into the values. Is it okay?
We don't have the same.
We don't have the same issue. Okay, let's see.
My orange goes up.
No, it doesn't really matter. It's still the same.
It's still the same.
Yeah, it's still the same.
And the outlets is before the in-store. Maybe I have mixed some things.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. So the legend is just colors that shows each of them. So in-store, outlets, online. So this is my in-store, okay? And then this is my outlets. This is my online. The most important thing is to just check. Is your in-store 39%? Alright? Is your outlets 32%? And then my online is 27%. That's what you should just take a look at.
Okay, my outlet is 32%.
Yes, my outlet is also 32%, regardless of the color. Okay.
And my in-store is
39.
you can see it.
You got
Sure. Okay, that's it.
It has gone down. Okay. Okay, click again. Let's do this. Yeah, it's good.
is 35%. Or 39%.
39%, yes.
Okay.
And then your online.
The online is 27%.
Exactly. So don't focus on the colors, all right? Yeah, don't focus on it. It's the data and the information that is important. So here you can also write your reports on the outlets to let them know that a lot of people come into the shop to come and buy. From there, some go to the outlets to go and buy.
You said that the outlet means?
The outlet is like smaller shops.
Oh, okay, that come and take from the...
Yes, that comes from the main one, the in-store, the main one, yes. And then the online people are those that
If I understand, the company,
yeah,
it may have his own
it's
store.
at his own store,
His
yes,
own store.
yes.
And those who take from his own store are the outlets.
Outlets, yeah. They have their own store, and then those who come there to come and take are the outlets. And then the online people are those who buy online. Yeah.
I don't like to buy online.
You don't like to buy online?
Maybe for the luxury one.
Okay.
And they buy
You don't buy.
because they know that they do not sell fake.
Fake.
But some people that are selling online,
They are
you
not
have to
good.
check the quality of the Otherwise, they will show you
They'll show you something else
something
and give you something
and
else.
give you something else.
Exactly. All right. Now let's do a last visualization. Okay. Let's do a last one, and we'll still use the stacked column charts for the last one. So we'll use the stacked column charts for the last one. And now we want to know the total sales for the products that they sell, right? We want to know the total sales for the products that they are selling. So here again, the product goes into the x-axis, and then the total sales goes into the y-axis. Is it okay? All right. So the company sells have six different products. All right. Adidas has 6 different products. So they have the men's street footwear, the women's apparel, the men's Atlantic footwear, the women's street footwear, the men's apparel, and then the women's Atlantic footwear. Sorry. And then from the data, you can clearly see that the men's street footwear is their highest selling product, and then the women's athletic footwear is their lowest selling product. Right. So here, once you have this, you can also write your reports on it. There's nothing so complex about it. So this is descriptive analysis. This is descriptive analysis. Okay. All right. So that will be it for today. Yeah.